Hi class, before we get started, I just want to say that we're not going to do too many definitions this time because they get a little confusing. So we're going to do more of showing you guys and teaching you guys through examples. And I'm also doing the South Carolina 2nd grade standard. Hi class, so today we're going to be doing chapter 3, which is going to be addition, subtraction, and a little bit of multiplication. And for addition, we're going to do 5 plus 3. And I want to know how many different ways you guys can solve it. So I'm going to let you guys have a second to solve them and try to figure it out yourself. And then we'll go over those different strategies. So we can start off with the integer line, which you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first number, and then you can stop. And then you just add 3 more. So you count 3 more numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then you'll see that you'll land at 8. So 5 plus 3 is 8. You guys can also draw it out, which I think is simpler, but it's whatever you guys can learn off better. So you're going to draw 5 different square boxes, or any shape you want, because you have the number 5, and then 3 more, and then just count them all together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you get 8. Now we're going to jump into subtraction, and there's different ways to also show or figure out how to get 9 minus 3. And once again, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to do it. So you guys can draw it or do the integer as well. I think these are the 2 easiest, so we're going to focus on these for a little bit. And I'm going to draw 9 circles. And I want to take away 3, right? Because taking away would be subtracting from it. So I'm just simply going to exit. I'm going to mark 3 off, and then I'm going to recount. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know 9 minus 3 is 6. And off of an integer, you have 9 numbers, and you're going to start at 9 because that's where you're subtracting from. And you're going to count 3 spots. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop here, and you're going to land on the number 6, so you know that's your answer. Now we're going to jump into word problems, and we're going to practice addition and subtraction a lot more when you guys come back from recess. But a word problem, we're going to analyze the scenario, which is Susan bought 8 apples. I'm going to use a drawing strategy. So I drew 8 apples and mark 8 for how many apples are left. When you eat, it means you're taking it away. It's gone. It disappears, right? So you're subtracting. So you're going to mark off 4 apples and count the leftover, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means 8 minus 4 equals 4. And that's how you get your answer. And it'll be the same with the addition, you just add to it. So for multiplication, we're going to start off with just a couple, not exactly definitions, but almost like definitions. So 0 times anything is always 0. Whatever multiplies 0 will always be 0. So 2 times 0 is 0. And then another example is 7 times 0 will always equal 0. And then 1 times anything is always the number itself. So 1 times 2 equals 2. And another example is 1 times 9 equals 9. And you can see whatever the second digit that is not a 1 will always equal itself. So it'll be the answer. So 1 times 13, which is a bigger number than you guys are used to multiplying, is going to be 13. 1 times 1 will be 1. And then 2 times any number is that number doubled or added, just like we previously learned how to do addition. So 2 times 8 is the second number, so 8 plus 8, which equals 16. Or, as you can see here, it's the 8 right here, you're going to double it. So just like what we did, 8 plus 8. And another example is 2 times 2, a little bit simpler. You're going to double the number that isn't 2. In this case, it is 2, so you just double only one of them. So 2 plus 2, or added. So 2 plus 2 would be 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. So now we're going to try a bit bigger multiplications other than 0, 1, and 2. So we're going to do example 3 times 5. And there's going to be about 2-3 ways to solve them. And for this one, we're going to try a drawing way. So for this one, we drew a grid. And we did 3 columns because we have the number 3. And then 5 rows. And then we just add each box. We count each one. And if we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we know 3 times 5 is 15 because of the total boxes. Or we can do like cookies. Sometimes you have examples that will talk about cookies. You can literally draw it out, and it'll help you a lot once we get more into word problems of multiplication. So I have 3 plates, which is our number 3, and then 5 cookies on each plate. And just like we did here, we count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus another 5 is 15. And now we're going to try the repeated addition. So for this one, I left a little bit more blank than my other examples because I want you guys to try it yourself for a little bit. Because it's just adding. So I'll give you a second to add. So we're going to see here that we drew out 4 5s because here's a 5 and there's 4 of them, correct? So we just add 5s, but 4 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 times 5 is 10, right? 5 times 5 is 10. What's 10 plus 10? You can count them on your fingers. 20, that's correct. So we know 5 times 4 equals 20. And then we can do the same thing. We can flip it. We can write 4 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just add them like we did previously. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Then 4 plus 4 is also 8. And then you have an extra 4, so we're just going to bring it down. And then 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 4, which is correct, 20. Okay, so we did the other one as 5 times 4 just to give you guys a different example, but we're going back to 5 times 3, which you guys know is 15 by now, but we're going to show you a skip counting strategy, which is 3 times you're going to count 5, so 5 plus 5 is 10, so 5, 10, 15. You just add them 3 times, and then you know you get 15. And it's 1, 2, 3, because we have the 3 right here. And then we can flip it to where we write out, we skip by 3 5 times. So 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. And 12 plus 3 is 15. And we did that how many times? 5 times because of this number, because we have the 5 up here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And we know our answer is 15. So I showed you guys addition and subtraction and a little word problem for addition. We'll get into word problems for multiplication in the next chapter. But for right now, we learned a couple strategies on how to multiply. And I'll never force you guys to do a certain strategy because I want each one of you guys to be successful in your own way. So I'll count any way you guys do it. I just need you guys to show your work for when you guys do your worksheets when you come back from recess. Thank you.